Right now, somewhere in the world, a bombshell is actively stealing someone's partner. A group chat is just completely exploding with the most unhinged screenshots. And, someone is about to make a horrific romantic decision that absolutely nobody asked for.
And honestly, I am entirely at peace with that. I mean, let them burn their lives down. It's exactly the kind of chaotic social experiment we need to get through the week.
We really do. Oh my gosh, babes, welcome back.
Here we go with the babes.
Let me have this. Babes, let's be clear. Okay, you are the most gorgeous, beautiful, amazing babes. And that is exactly why you were part of the Snark squad. We appreciate you so, so much. Your taste in reality TV garbage is just flawless.
Your dedication to hyping up people who are sitting in their sweatpants listening to us is, well, it's admirable.
They deserve it. We love you guys. And babes, I have to announce the rosé wine is officially on deck. And yes, I absolutely ran it through the ninja slush.
Which is a menace to society. I just need to state for the record that this machine sitting on your counter is profoundly dangerous.
It is self-care. It is frozen. Millennial self-care.
We are adults. We both have medical degrees, and yet we are sitting on this couch drinking frozen wine like it's a juice box at recess. It's wildly irresponsible.
But it goes down like juice. That's the beauty of it. It just softens the sharp edges of the day. It's basically a smoothie. So it's a health food.
It is not a health food. It bypasses the brain's natural threat detection system for alcohol. You're just fast-tracking a catastrophic sugar crash.
I am living my best life.
Yeah.
Every liquid should be slushified. I want slushified coffee, slushified margaritas.
Yeah.
This machine is literally about to become my entire personality for the summer.
It already has. You texted me at, 6 in the morning asking if we could put cold brew in it.
And you said yes. Because we needed it. I mean, we both had the most chaotic days at our clinics today, like a full mood in the dental world. Let's do a quick rose and thorn of the workday because I need to decompress.
Fine. Go ahead. Prepare the violins for whatever emotional story you're about to tell.
Okay, my rose today was actually so beautiful. I had a patient who literally brought in a tray of homemade, warm chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, perfect. Sugar. Exactly what a dentist wants.
Stop. It was to celebrate that she just got engaged. She came in for her cleaning, flashing this gorgeous diamond ring, and she remembered from 6 months ago that I have a massive sweet tooth.
I mean, that is sweet. Clinically ill-advised, but sweet.
It was so emotional. I was standing in the sterile X-ray room, just looking at this symbol of lifelong romance, and I was tearing up. Love is real.
And did you inform this blissfully happy woman that statistically almost 50% of marriages end in a really complicated division of assets?
I absolutely did not.
And that baking sugary carbohydrates guarantees you steady income for the next decade.
You are so cynical, I hugged her, and I ate 2 cookies immediately. You have to let people enjoy their joy. But my thorn was a waking nightmare.
Do tell.
I was doing a fitting for a temporary crown, right? And I was holding this tiny, slippery acrylic cap with my tweezers explaining the post-op care.
Oh, no. Please tell me you had the drain trap installed.
I had the sink running. It bounced off the paper bib, hit the counter, and went straight down the sink drain, swallowed by the plumbing. Gone.
That is basic protocol failure.
I had a silent panic attack. I had to casually excuse myself, stroll to the lab, and frantically fabricate an entirely new temporary crown while pretending I just needed to adjust the margins. My heart was pounding.
See, this is why you don't get distracted by engagement cookies. Your emotional equilibrium was completely thrown off.
It was. Okay, Mr. Surgeon, what was your, let me guess, structural perfection?
Purely analytical, yes. I had a patient with a wisdom tooth impacted at a 45-degree angle, buried in the jawbone, roots hooked right around the major nerve canal.
Oh, so that sounds terrifying. That's a huge liability.
Another dentist referred it out because it looked impossible. But I looked at the x-ray, calculated the trajectory, sectioned the tooth into 3 perfect pieces, and elevated it out in under 12 minutes.
Okay, a true flex. You felt like a dental god.
It is deeply satisfying when biology bends to physics. The patient didn't feel a thing.
So what was your thorn? Someone was 5 minutes late.
Considerably worse. I was doing a complex restoration, high-speed handpiece, 400,000 RPM, suction tube in the mouth, and the patient refuses to stop talking about her messy dating life.
Oh, yeah, I love when they spill the tea in the chair, like a captive audience.
I do not love it. She's trying to tell me this convoluted story about catching her boyfriend texting his ex, but she's doing it through a dental dam.
Oh my God, the rubber square.
Yes, the rubber raincoat designed to keep the area dry and keep the patient quiet. But she's just piercing the veil. It sounded like he texting his ex.
That is hilarious.
I had sharp instruments centimeters from her tongue. I literally had to pull back and say, ma'am, unless the ex-girlfriend is standing in this room holding a drill, I need you to close your jaw.
You are so mean. She just needed a safe space to vent.
Nah.
But honestly, surviving all that is exactly why we deserve our hibachi dinner with producer Allison before we sat down to record.
You forced me to go to hibachi.
It was a blast. If you guys have never been to hibachi, it is interactive theatrical cinema.
It is forced participation and multiple OSHA fire code violations. I just wanted some fried rice. I do not need a grown man chopping an onion, making a volcano, lighting it on fire, and screaming choo-choo.
You loved it. You were laughing when he started flipping the zucchini into our mouths.
I failed to catch a single shrimp. One hit me right in the center of my forehead, left a smudge of teriyaki, and bounced into my ice water.
Allison caught hers on the first try like a golden retriever. And the fire, the sheer volume of fire they use is terrifying, but so exhilarating.
We all smell deeply of soy sauce and garlic butter sitting in this studio right now.
But my soul is fed. And that chaotic energy brings us right to our inbox, because the Snark Squad submissions this week were incredible.
Some of these require a full psychological evaluation. We have 3 listener confessions tonight. We need to rule if they were being shady, snarky, or stupid.
Yes. Okay, confession number 1. I found out my boyfriend of 2 years was cheating on me with his coworker. When he was at work, I packed up to move out. But before I left, I took the left shoe of every single pair of footwear he owned. Sneakers, dress shoes, boots, just the left ones. I threw them in a dumpster 3 towns over. He's been texting me asking where his left shoes are.
Brilliant. This is asymmetrical warfare.
So petty.
It's not destructive enough for police involvement, but it is psychologically devastating. Every morning he has to look at a row of useless right shoes. Snarky. Highly supported.
I love it so much. Imagine him hopping around on one foot trying to go to a meeting.
Yep.
Completely snarky. Okay, confession number 2. Someone kept eating my artisanal Greek yogurt at work. I meant to send a passive-aggressive email to my work bestie saying, if Susan steals my chobani again, I'm going to commit a felony. But I accidentally hit reply all to a department-wide memo. The entire 50-person department, including the VP, got my yogurt felony threat.
Stupid. Unequivocally stupid.
Oh my gosh, the secondhand embarrassment.
Rookie corporate behavior. You never put a felony threat in a discoverable HR email server, and you certainly don't do it without checking the tow field. You deserve to lose the yogurt.
Completely stupid. You played yourself. Walking into the office the next day must have been awful. Okay, confession number 3. This one's controversial.
Let's hear it.
My best friend matched with a cute guy on Bumble. She showed me his profile but never messaged him. The match expired. A week later, I saw the exact same guy on Hinge. We matched, chatted, and he asked me out. I went on the date last night and we kissed. I haven't told my best friend yet because they never spoke, so he shouldn't be off limits, right?
Okay, looking at the digital economics here. On Bumble, women have to send the first message within 24 hours. She let it expire. He is a digital ghost to her.
But she pointed him out.
Doesn't matter. He's fair game. The listener evaluated the market, seized an opportunity, and secured a date. You cannot call dibs on a stranger. Snarky and totally fair play.
Are you kidding me? No, this is incredibly shady. She completely broke girl code.
There is no such thing as digital dibs. Why is he off limits?
Because her friend said, he's cute, I matched with him. You don't swoop in a week later. If you want him, you text your friend and ask. By hiding it, she knows it's shady.
She's just compartmentalizing until she has viable data. If the friend couldn't even type, hey, she wasn't invested. Enjoy your new Hinge boyfriend, listener.
You are a menace. Tell your friend immediately, babes, before she finds out. But speaking of questionable decisions and catastrophic betrayals, let's get into Love Island.
Thank God. I need to dissect this psychological warfare. The producers really outdid themselves.
The Casa Amor crisis is in full effect. My heart cannot take the stress. For anyone not caught up, they separate the couples, sever communication, and drop in bombshells to orchestrate breakups. But this year, the Hearts on Fire spy screen.
Absolute cinema. A masterclass in emotional manipulation.
This is so brutal.
Taking the boys to Casa, dropping 6 female bombshells on them to spike their heart rates, that's standard protocol. But forcing the girls to sit at the fire pit and watch a live feed of their men getting lap dances, that is a panopticon-level surveillance state. Machiavellian.
I felt sick for those girls. They're in their pajamas, completely helpless, watching their hearts break in 4K. Trinity and Aniya looked devastated. Why subject them to that?
Because that is the unhinged reality TV we require. You want them comfortable, send them to a day spa. The premise is testing loyalty under extreme duress. The spy screen strips away the ego, it forces a reaction, and the boys failed spectacularly.
They sprinted toward failure. Let's break down the archetypes, starting with the repressed nice guy. Casey, what is happening?
A fascinating psychological study.
He was telling Aniya she's the blueprint, giving reassurances. And the second he gets to Casa, he drops the act and acts like he's been released from maximum security.
He abandoned his wholesome narrative entirely. He claims his coupling with Aniya was a default situation, completely rewriting history to absolve himself. He meets Tierra or TD, and his vocabulary shifts. He absorbs her chaotic energy.
TD is doing the absolute most. My man, you met him 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
And Casey justifies it by saying physical touch is his love language, and then they aggressively make out. But the mechanics of that kiss.
Structurally offensive, arms outstretched, stiff as boards, leaning in from the waist like their torsos might spontaneously combust if they touch. Performative lust.
Like two mannequins colliding. So bad.
Oh!
Then we have the noble martyr. Sincere. He is driving me insane. He kisses Amora under the covers, then tells the guys, I'm just getting out of my system. I miss Melanie. I'm just gaining clarity.
A deeply flawed, toxic, honorable guy complex. He believes framing his infidelity as a journey of exploration spiritually absolves him. Mental gymnastics.
If you miss Melanie, do not kiss Amora. You don't have to put your mouth on other people to know you don't want them. He's going to give Melanie a 5-paragraph apology using the word journey.
And Melanie will accept it, given the trauma bonding. But let's look at the revisionist historian, Corbin.
Ugh, I am furiously mad at Corbin. He completely dismisses Kenzie. Tells the Casa boy she showed massive red flags and was too clingy.
Retroactive justification. The oldest trick. He wants Jaden, but doesn't want to be the villain, so he invents a fictitious narrative where Kenzie drove him away. Scapegoat creation.
But the most brutal detail. Kenzie hid little Polaroids of herself deep in his drawers before they left. And when she checked his drawers in the main villa, they were still there. He didn't even pack them.
Why would he? That requires emotional effort. He deleted Kenzie from his mental hard drive the second the Casa text arrived. The physical evidence was irrelevant.
Heartless. Then there's the vacationer, Caleb and Parmita. Caleb is supposed to be the loyal one, but he's holding Parmita all night giggling.
Parmita's a different breed. I respect her strategy. She says Caleb gives husband vibes, but she explicitly states she doesn't want a husband right now. Just a vacation fling. She's renting him for the week.
And Caleb is thrilled to be included. He's camouflaging in the baseline toxicity of the house. No one notices him playing with matches because Casey and Sincere set the room on fire.
Exactly.
But the glaring exception, the fragile ego, Bryce.
The tearless wonder.
He's miserable, complaining no one gets his quirky humor, saying he misses Trinity. He goes to the beach hut and literally tries to cry.
Let's clarify for the medical record.
Yeah.
No actual tears fell. It was a dry heave of the ocular cavity. A community theater performance of mourning.
So painful to watch. Do you think he misses her, or is he panicking because no Casa girls want him?
A massive ego crash. He realizes his market value outside the villa is incredibly low. He isn't missing Trinity's soul. He's missing her validation, terrified of being dumped.
Completely. Which brings us to the compartmentalizer, Zach and Alana. Zach is making out with her, saying Casa doesn't count, which is absurd boy logic.
The Vegas defense. But there are 85 cameras and microphones. Believing your actions exist in a vacuum is staggering delusion.
And Alana admitted to the girls she already made out with Zach's brother, Charlie, back in L.A. Why hook up with someone who kissed your brother?
Zach is deeply insecure. It's about conquering territory, not building a relationship.
So gross.
Yeah.
But we have to pause the villa analysis to address the real-world scandal with Alana outside the show. We have to impartially report on this.
Correct. Viewers are currently outraged over a Snapchat video that surfaced online this week, showing Alana singing along to a song and using a highly offensive racial slur.
It went viral immediately. Her father came out to defend her, claiming it was a mistake from her past, but fans are not accepting it. They are demanding the network remove her immediately.
A crisis management nightmare for the network. We don't know if they'll edit her out or send her home quietly.
Yeah, it's a massive crisis. But jumping back into the villa, the yacht invasion, Ariana Madix arrives to save the girls.
Visual poetry. Ariana delivering 12 new muscular men on a yacht, sailing right past the sweating Casa boys on their balcony. You could see the fear in Sincere's eyes.
Ariana deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. The pool party starts, but then she drops the brutal twist. They have to instantly dump 6 of the 12 men based on first impressions and an awkward kissing challenge.
A 50% mortality rate on day 1. Ruthless efficiency.
So fast. They save Corey, Che, Gal, Ronnie, Dylan, and Carl. But we have to talk about the sociology of this dumping, because the Snark squad was spiraling online. Viewers noted the girls sent home almost all the diverse black men like Keon in favor of a very beige lineup.
The data supports the critique. The visual contrast between the initial 12 and the surviving 6 was stark. Under extreme emotional distress from the spy screen, the girls were treated to very safe, non-threatening archetypes. A massive missed opportunity to shake up the dynamics.
Tragically missed. Keon picked Aniya up and squatted her against a palm tree. He had presence. And they sent him packing for guys who look like they sell commercial real estate in Tampa.
Real estate is lucrative, but I take your point. Let's look at the girls' reactions. Somatic processing.
Kenzie's single girl era, screaming "fuck Corbin" into the air, and her revenge tactic is doing aggressive splits on the dance floor in front of every new guy.
The mechanics of her splits are alarming. She detonates. It's somatic processing working outrage through her body, slamming down like a 50-pound bag of cement. It lacks elegance.
Treating her pelvis like a blunt weapon. Then we have emotional transference. Kata and Shay. Kata was threatening to burn the villa down over Zach, but the second Shay walks in, she's docile.
Che is her exact physical type. He short-circuited her revenge spiral. She transferred all obsessive energy onto him, a welcome pivot for our screens, but shows how quickly attachments rewrite.
And our queen, Trinity, rational actor theory. While Bryce's fake crime, she bonds with Corey over high-end fashion and Fiji water and takes charge in the photo booth, standing on business.
Operating with cold logic, she evaluated her depreciating asset in Bryce, scanned the market, found a structurally sound man in a leather jacket, and initiated contact. Ruthless efficiency.
Proud of her. But the absolute tragedy. The cult of sad girls. Aniya and Melanie.
I need a sip of my slushie. My blood pressure is spiking.
Aniya is crying over Casey, tired of feeling stupid. And Carl steps in. He's 6'4", pro volleyball player, teaches her Mandarin, makes her blush. A perfect exit ramp.
He is a fully formed adult lifeboat, and she is acknowledging how nice it looks while deciding to go back and drown on the sinking ship.
Because later, instead of sleeping next to Carl, he sits on the daybed with Melanie. They hold hands in the dark and chant, 1, 2, 3. I miss my man.
I wanted to throw my television into the ocean. A catastrophic squandering of a revenge arc. You have a buffet of fit men, video evidence of betrayal, and you chant in sweatpants. It's pathological. The sunk cost fallacy in action.
I was screaming, stand up, holding on to toxic men when tall, Mandarin-speaking men are right there.
Delusion is comfortable. Which brings us to segment 1, the Villa Delusion Index. Ranking them from self-aware to most delusional, top of the list.
Trinity, without a doubt, understands her worth, didn't make excuses for Bryce, explored a better connection.
Agreed. A rational operator. I'd add Jen. She hasn't had a connection, but she's treating Casa like an all-inclusive vacation. Kissing guys for fun, enjoying free rent.
Just a tourist in the villa. Love that. Mid-tier of delusion.
Kaida, firmly in the middle.
Why? She seems locked in on Che.
Because she was initially threatening arson over a man who said he was open on day 2. Detached from reality, but self-aware enough to pivot when a better option arrived. 1 foot in delusion, 1 in reality.
Fair. Now, maximum delusion. Bottom of the barrel.
A 3-way tie. Sincere, who thinks kissing Amora maintains his honorable status because he thought about Melanie. Cognitive dissonance.
Zach, thinking Casa doesn't count. But the true queens of maximum delusion are Melanie and Aniya.
Chanting for men who are practically applying for marriage licenses with bombshells requires formal scientific study.
I have to push back. Her heart is breaking. She felt safe with KC. Chanting is just self-soothing when your nervous system is in shock.
I refuse this defense. You don't self-soothe by glorifying the cause of the shock. You kiss the volleyball player. Crying in a corner is unconditional surrender.
You have no romance in your soul. Segment 2. Main character or background character. Let's start with main. Kenzie, undeniably. She commands the room. You cannot look away from her splits.
A chaotic force of nature, I submit KC, much to my disgust. Premium villain origin story. The pivot to Casa Menace carries the show.
Yes, doing the heavy lifting for drama.
Yeah.
And Trinity, witty voice of reason, making moves, great vocabulary, main character energy.
Now, the high-end furniture, background characters. Jen, Zero narrative agency. If removed, the plot wouldn't change a millimeter.
An extra in Kenzie's movie. And Caleb. Sweet husband vibes, but blending into the couch cushions compared to Casey and Sincere. Too normal for TV.
Emotional regulation is a death sentence on Love Island. And finally, Bryce. Desperately trying to convince us he's a main character. His tearless crying was like an extra violently coughing to steal focus.
He doesn't have the sauce. Segment 3. Text message reconstruction. Private texts outside the villa.
Corbin texting Kenzie. 2:1 p.m. on a Thursday at a bar. You up? Miss you at the club. Kenzie replies. Fuck you, do not ever text me again. Corbin. Damn chill, but can I get my vintage hoodie back?
So accurate, pivoting a failed hookup into a hoodie retrieval. Sincere texting Melanie. It's a 5-paragraph notes app apology. Melanie, this journey was challenging for my growth. Kissing Omora was a necessary tribute to our foundation. Respect my process.
Terrifyingly perfect. Corporate HR word salad. Therapy speak to avoid accountability.
Aniya's group chat with her friends. OMG, guys, Carl's is perfect. Speaks Mandarin, treats me like a queen. But what do you think KC is doing right now? Should I text him?
And her friends instantly put their phones on Do Not Disturb. Exhausting to support someone determined to make the wrong choice.
Final segment, segment 4. If they join the Snark squad, who thrives in our group chat?
Trinity, elegant assassin, devastating reaction gifs, reading everyone to filth with sophisticated phrasing elevates the discourse.
She would run the chat. Who starts drama immediately? Kenzie. Silent for 3 days, then at 3 a.m. sends 9 zoomed-in screenshots of an ex's Instagram story demanding we analyze the reflection in his sunglasses.
Using aggressive all caps. And enhance the sunglasses. Unhinged sleuthing. Who gets muted after 2 days? Bryce. 3-minute voice notes analyzing his own bad jokes. Let me explain the socio-political context of my tuna tartare pun, muted and archived.
Blocked entirely. And who becomes everyone's favorite? Kata? Honest. Raw. She'll show up at midnight with a shovel and an alibi if a man crosses you.
Highly reactive, fiercely loyal, she'd be the favorite until she ghosts us for 3 weeks to go back to a toxic ex.
You are so dark. But probably right. Okay, we need to wrap this up before my slushie completely melts.
We must consult the Snark squad.
Yes. Babes, what would you do? Which confession was the messiest? The left shoes, the yogurt threat, or the Bumble betrayal?
And settle our debate. Was a Bumble stealer operating in a free digital market or breaking girl code? I need validation.
You are wrong. Also, let us know which Islander you're rooting for. Team Trinity. Team Carl.
And who needs their bags packed immediately? Hint. Her name rhymes with Savannah. Get her off my screen.
Thank you guys for drinking frozen rosé with us and spiraling over the mess. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share with a reality TV-loving friend.
Before you leave, a pseudo-intellectual thought to mull over. Is Casa Amor just a massive televised experiment on the sunk cost fallacy? Are Melanie and Aniya holding on because they love these toxic men, or because they've invested 3 weeks of tears and refuse to leave empty-handed? A real-time study on human stubbornness.
Oh my gosh, that is so deep. They just don't want to admit they wasted their time. Stay messy, stay fabulous, and we'll see you on the Snark side.